What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another live Simply Reliable Studios watch along presentation. As it is I, the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams, here to be your play by play man tonight, this afternoon, alongside Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz, as we cover and watch WWE Raw live from London. What is going on, Walter? How are we doing today?
Nothing much. Having a good day so far. Kids didn't have school. Don't know why. 'Cause I had to go to school all the time. Some kind of Muslim holiday, but I know they're happy. Whatever. But I had to deal with them since early in the morning, since wife's at the hotel. Not networking correctly as we were talking. But
Damn. Now you gonna put her on blast in front of everybody, bro. Just
it's all
just
right,
remember,
man.
this is the same woman who's gonna be sending you to New Orleans for a month. I don't know if I would put her on blast.
That's true. Uh, it's all love though.
I mean, granted, if she had gotten Kel to plug you instead of just doing the welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger, can I take your order? It might have helped you get to 200 so you could get out of her hair for a month. But,
Yeah.
we don't want to piss off the missus here.
Right, right.
What's going on, Cleaver? Good to see you. Looking forward to being part of the review tomorrow. Hopefully, we don't go too much into OTs. We do have a stream planned tomorrow night, almost immediately after the review. But I am looking forward to being there tomorrow night, good sir.
Yeah, but so far, Raw is 3 hours, and so far, I think I counted 4 segments that are advertised.
5. We
Five.
just we just don't have a YouTube friendly image for one. We've got the up and down version.
Oh, okay.
I was waiting on that one because I was gonna see if they released the widescreen version today. I don't see it, so I'm just gonna have to edit really quickly the other one so that at least we have the graphic. But we have that tag team match as well. The Judgment Day versus Penta and Braun Breaker.
Oh, yeah, the
In
weird.
addition to the other four that you've got the images for.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and guess we'll talk about those. Well, we'll skip the tag team for now. Obviously, the bread and butter tonight.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much, Cleaver. Have a good day at work, bruv.
thanks. Um, this one, honestly, I don't think it's gonna end up being a match. I honestly think Jimmy's just gonna get the hell beat out of him to end up in the hospital to kayfabe fire up Jay so that he can get into that main event mode and get revenge for his brother. If it's a match, I'm fine with it, but I really think it's not even gonna end up being a match. I think it's gonna end up being thrown out, and Gunther's gonna do something to Jimmy that's Jimmy ain't making it to WrestleMania. In other words.
Yeah. I mean, as of right now, Big Jim isn't even booked on the WrestleMania card. So I think this writes him out of WrestleMania by giving him some kind of beatdown like you called.
hmm
That way he can maybe make a grand return at WrestleMania. He'll be off TV for a couple of weeks, make the grand return at WrestleMania, save Jay, help him win the title. Then we can get the celebratory moment in the ring. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking there too.
Yep, and when they reunite, that might be a moment that makes us cry. And tune in soon, folks. There's a reason I worded it that way, but we're not ready to announce it exactly yet.
Yes, yes, yes.
But then we got this, which is for now, from what I know, is just a confrontation or maybe
Yeah.
a call out, if you will.
Yeah, I
So,
believe the way it was worded last week when they were doing the hype up is AJ Styles calls out Logan Paul.
yeah,
So we're just going to have to see what happens here, but should be an interesting segment nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely. I know on social he called AJ. Logan called AJ a bitch. He said, "I see your bitch ass in London" or something. So I mean, he might be a case of writing checks his ass can't cash, but Logan's one of those celebrities who have really took. He's a WWE superstar now. You can't really say a celebrity turned star anymore. He really took it serious, and it's got to be the most impressive one. Like as much shit as people give him for what he does in his personal, he strives at things that he really puts his mind to. So you can't really hate on that.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, Logan Paul, you can say what you want about Logan Paul, and a lot of people do. But Logan Paul is a hell of an athlete, and he's got that mainstream media appeal that brings in casual fans.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we knew he was going to win one of those cards. Just the fact that on his podcast he would have the title sitting somewhere near him,
Mm-hmm.
bring casual viewers. And then the other, which I believe is going to end up being face to face, but they're probably going to open it again like they've been doing all the ones. This is the one everybody's kind of looking forward to because for all intents and purposes, this may be the last time we see John Cena until WrestleMania, or maybe the go home show.
Yeah, as of right now, it's tonight is the last advertised appearance by Cena until we get to WrestleMania.
So this may be.
So it's got to be big. Again, it's got to give us a reason to not have them on TV. And I could see a beatdown angle here too. Not that you want to do more than one, but if Cena's not going to be on TV,
Hmm.
you don't want Cody carrying the angle on his own because then when the inevitable happens and he loses at WrestleMania, it doesn't make no sense because Cody's been the guy carrying the angle. So you
Hmm.
almost need Cody to get beat down either tonight or on SmackDown to take him out of television for the couple weeks leading up to Mania until Cena can be there too. And a
Yeah.
lot of people are speculating because SmackDown this week, they come back to the States. Not only do they come back to the States, they're in Chicago. Chicago last year on the road to WrestleMania is where The Rock whipped Cody by his bus. So people are speculating we may get a replay of that this year, have The
Hmm.
Rock whoop him again, and let that keep Cody off TV until either Raw or SmackDown go home to WrestleMania.
Yep. Especially with the announcement of that match at the Hall of Fame. If you really looked at that beatdown angle last year, Stone Cold's picture was like prime and center where The Rock was.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you do it again, and you really focus on that little tidbit, that little nugget that his face is on that truck. It could be something interesting.
But see, then here comes this question. I don't know if a lot of people have thought about this part of it. If Stone Cold gets involved at WrestleMania and Cena still wins, what was the point in Austin getting involved?
Very true.
I don't think people are thinking about that. You know what I mean? Like, everyone just wants to see Austin at WrestleMania, and that's great. I want to see it too. But what's the point in Austin getting involved and it all ends up being for naught?
Hmm. That's very true. So maybe only involve him if Cody's going to be the one going over. Otherwise, leave Austin the hell out of it.
But then here's this side of that coin as well. That's 2 years in a row Cody won the championship match because of outside interference. Last year, the Avengers assembled to help take out the bloodline. This year, it's Austin. Cody can't do it at Mania for the title alone.
Mm. Right. He has legends. Last year was the Undertaker that
Mm-hmm.
really
It was
cemented
The
it.
Undertaker. It was John Cena. It was,
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Avengers assembling. That's what we called it on commentary. Noah asked, "What is going on?" And I said, "The Avengers are assembling, Noah."
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, that should be in Cena's promo. You couldn't even win that damn title if it wasn't for me. You wouldn't even have that title. Like, that needs to be brought up.
Mm-hmm.
Difference a year makes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
It's just like the whole Punk promo that kind of sort of got touched on last week, but didn't get fully dived into about the whole "I brought you into this business and I can't wait to take you guys out of it." The Shield was Punk's idea. Seth and Roman wouldn't even be Seth and Roman if it wasn't for Punk. And just like the WWE tried to do to us fans, they forced Roman into it and shoved him down Punk's throat. Roman would not have gotten to where he was without the Shield, and he wasn't even supposed to be in the Shield.
mm-hmm. But we better enjoy this early Raw because they're back in the States and no more 3 and 4. So sorry, Aaron, who loves the review being able to do it all early. But and I like it too that we can do this before work. But
Right? At least
eh,
until SummerSlam time, it ain't going to happen again because they're going to
yeah,
do that tour on the Clash to Paris.
mm, then it'll happen again. But also, we got that tag team match that we don't have yet. So it's Braun and
Bron and
Penta.
Penta, El Cielo Miedo
Uh,
versus the
uh,
Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Dominik Mysterio.
which we know what that is. That's just a setup to turn it into a multi-man intercontinental title match at WrestleMania.
More than likely. More than likely. That's what I thought.
Hmm. And I'm putting it out there. If they do that, I actually want to see. People are going to be like, "What are you talking about?" I want to see Dom win that title at WrestleMania.
You and me both.
I really do. It'd be fun to have him that, and then if you're gonna kick Balor out, whatever you're gonna do, you can do that. So that'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have what should, in my opinion, be the main event, which most likely, you never know, but most likely this is going to be the main event for the Women's World Championship. Rhea versus Io with Bianca as a special guest referee, which is another setup to probably make this a triple threat.
Right.
So if it's going to be thrown out and not be a real match, I actually rather it not main event. But if it's actually going to be a match and then you turn it into an angle, I don't mind. So it's kind of depends on how they book it. But in terms of all the other matches, I feel like this would main event over any other one. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
I mean, I'm looking forward to the match. Sorry, I'm messaging somebody something here.
Sorry.
Trying to communicate to some people on X to get some shills going through here. Um where am I? There we go. I'm looking forward to the match. I think it'll be a solid match. I agree it's probably going to get turned into a triple threat. I It's not going to main event because we know that Seth, Punk, and Roman are main eventing, and we know Cena and Cody are main eventing. But I could see it being a semi main, maybe night 2 semi main, because you don't want to go from one triple threat into another triple threat.
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want this match to kick off either night. I feel like that would be kind of disrespectful, even though there's a lot that goes into the opening match of the night, because they're responsible for getting the crowd hot. I don't think you want to start it off with a women's title match. You want that to be like a semi-main. Bianca's enough of a star, Rhea's enough of a star that they could be given the main event or semi-main event spot.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so far that's Raw for us. I mean, cars subject to change. There's probably stuff they're not advertising that end up being just like the ROW show that we did. There was a couple of matches
Mm-hmm.
that we didn't know, so it always happens. A couple of segments here and there backstage will probably happen, but I'm
Yeah, I
looking
mean,
forward to it.
I think we've got to get another El Grande Americano spot, right? Like,
They might share him in London, actually. He might not get booed. We'll see. But yeah, I would do it. Why not? Or at least a video package of how he became a wrestler, and another one of those kind of videos. What inspired him to get into that ring? Another probably been in the family and wrestled since he was 10 years old. You know the
right?
stories.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Growing
Mama
up as a
Americano.
young luchador in Mexico, El Grande Americano looked up to his familia.
Right. Right. Mama and Papi Mexico. It's probably his mom, his parents. Uh, but I'm not giving them ideas like we did yesterday. I booked it up gold yesterday.
For real, for real. Like, god damn, we were giving away shit. Even your son had to come up on the chat, was like, Dad, what are you doing?
Get paid like shit.
It's like, you want to get mad at your wife for not getting a show video for you, and yet here you were just handing gold to WWE.
They listen eventually. I wonder how they would pull that Matt saying, "I can't wait for the eventual El Grande Americano versus Gable match." I don't know how they would pull that off, but that would be
You
some
do
funny
it. You
stuff.
do it the same way when Edge and Christian were Los Conquistadors. They had someone
Mhm.
else in the masks when they needed to do it.
Yeah, it'd be
And
fun to see.
ironically, when they had to wrestle them, the people in the masks were the fallen angel Christopher Daniels and the hardcore kid Aaron Aguilera.
Hmm.
Fallen angel Christopher Daniels. Whatever happened to that guy?
Right. But yeah, that's Raw. We got about 10 minutes to start, and I'm really looking forward to it. But speaking of starting, today's the 31st, which means tomorrow's the beginning of the month, which starts for our
Oh yeah.
very, very heavy month for us.
I think it's a big month for any wrestling streamer. I don't want to just try and sell it like it's a big month for us, but yes,
Yeah.
it's going to be knuckin' futs.
Hmm.
We have got so much stuff on deck for everybody, and not just watch along streams, but just like streams in general. Top tens, simply predictings, shenanigans, like just so much content that's going to be coming for you, our lovely viewers. Like, man,
Seriously, I mean, from specials with wrestlers, La Princesa, Tiffany coming Friday. Like we bring in the heat.
we're trying, man. We are trying to step our game up this WrestleMania season. I haven't officially reached out yet, but I do have a couple of other people that I communicate with on the occasion that I might be able to bring in for interviews here coming soon. One of them is kind of like when we had Gino Rivera on the show,
Mm-hmm.
longtime personal friend of mine and the channels. And he just became the Battleground Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion this past weekend. So I may reach out to him, bring him on the show. He's actually on his retirement tour. Going to
Mm.
be, after I think at least 15 years in the business. Granted, he never was able to make it to the main stage, but after about 15 years in the business, he's decided it's time to step away from it so that he can still maintain a comfortable life, in retirement from the industry, not be too battered and bruised that he can't move on his own. So I may bring him on, talk a little bit about his retirement tour and his life in the business. And we've also got that guy, Nasty Leroy, who we met in the Spaces, who's a student of the Nightmare Academy.
Mm-hmm.
They reach out to come on the show. He's actually going to be performing at the GCW Clusterfuck Forever, which we may be doing a watch along for. So
Nice.
may get him on to try to promote that or some of his other upcoming shows. Again, we've got so much stuff going on heading into Mania. We may not be able to get him scheduled to promote that, but whatever the next one is. But you know,
Awesome. Good to hear.
I don't. I understand why you're saying that, Emmanuel, but I don't like reading that, man, because y'all are the only two that keep the karaoke rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I legit wonder if y'all weren't gonna donate anything, if we would even get any donations for karaoke that night. And it's the WrestleMania one, which is one of our biggest shows of the years. So while I totally understand, because I know you and Arlene are trying to have money for Mania, we may need y'all to kick a little something in, but I could
Mm-hmm.
definitely understand if you couldn't do your normal. What is the counter on for you right now, Walter?
I honestly didn't even turn it on.
God damn it, you had one job. Like for me, it's at 5:15. So if we're gonna synchronize it, we've only got a few minutes here left to get it synced. So
All right, let me see.
5 minutes. $4.45.
I don't even have a ticker. Oh, there it is. 4:36, 35.
Okay. Pause when you get to 4 minutes. You're just a couple seconds ahead of me. I just think that'll be easier. Pause when you get to
Mm-hmm.
4 minutes flat, and then I'll let you know.
All right. All right. 4 minutes flat.
4 minutes.
All right. Now, hopefully, it doesn't jump.
It should. Netflix is usually pretty good. Got Seth Rollins on the screen right now conducting the orchestra.
Mm-hmm. What a segment, by the way, on SmackDown.
Dude, again, you want to talk about moments that make you cry?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely hitting the feels.
Yeah, and that was real emotion from us Punk too. Seth had to reel it in. Seth almost got it. He was like, "No, damn, screw you. No, this isn't right."
It's like my whole job has been to keep you out of the WrestleMania main event.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm reading this GIF correctly, it looks like our friends at the No Contest Wrestling podcast today are going to have La Primera Stephanie Vaquer as their guest.
Okay.
Assholes.
I want to get
Gotta
my
gotta
prepare.
go and watch that one. Yeah,
I did. I reached out to her before, but never got a response.
yeah. That you kind of have to have the insider connections for.
Yeah.
That's why I'm content staying in my lane, getting people
Mm-hmm.
that work the indies. People complain about the WrestleMania build, but not stand and deliver. They've announced 0 matches.
Not only that, they keep changing the time on this shit.
No, it's going to be at 10 Pacific, 1 Eastern.
I
They ain't
heard that.
changed no time. You got to remember there's always the doors open time and then there's bell time.
Mm-hmm.
Bell time is 1 o'clock for you, 10 a.m. for me.
I thought they said they changed
And
it
you
to
figure
9:30 a.m.
that's the doors.
Uh,
But I think they're going to start announcing stuff this week. You've also got to remember, Emmanuel, they've only got a book for one show. Mania's booking 2. So they're going to be fine. They've got 3 weeks of build. They'll probably have a 5 to 6 match show. So if we get 2 matches each week, that's 6 matches by the go home. Question is what belts are going to be on the line? What matches will they be?
mm-hmm.
And again, we'll start to see all that start to take shape tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. That guy event's about to start, but nothing moving.
That's what I got to. The live event's about to start. Then it's going to go to the black screen, give you the little Netflix. Dun, dun. Then it'll give you the then, now,
Mm-hmm.
forever together.
Mm-hmm.
Just relax. See, there's the black screen.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Netflix logo. And there we go. Then,
Now.
now, forever together.
Perfectly in sync too.
Dun, dun, dun.
That got me hyped being a WrestleMania live hearing that. I can't lie when they did that.
And we are once again in London, England, the O2 Arena for WWE Monday Night Raw. Same place we were for SmackDown.
Presented by Snickers,
Yep.
which is the
And
worst
there is
commercial.
mommy Rhea Ripley arriving backstage without all the makeup on her. And there's Io Sky and Dakota Kai backstage. And there is the special guest referee for the night wearing stripes in her regular outfit. Bianca Belair is in the house.
She's been in Beetlejuice's closet.
There is Logan Paul. Logan Paul is going to call out AJ Styles, apparently, not the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
There is main event Jey Uso and his brother Big Jim. Big Jim looking to take on the Reign General Gunther tonight. Speaking of, there is the world heavyweight champion himself walking through the backstage area.
Let's see what they start with.
The crowd in London chanting, "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks already."
He probably is starting.
And there's the music.
I had my finger on the button thinking that was going to start it too. The London shirt, huh? I kind of like that one.
Me too. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like that.
I love how he's a heel, but he's still advertising his stuff because that the camera's gonna make people want to buy it. I swear to God, JJ, you saw what I wrote to him. If we start hearing that shit, I'm calling him out.
Bro, look at all the people that are still wearing his new merch here.
Mm-hmm.
Chanting Cena sucks, but they're still wearing the merch.
He called those people out.
Well, it's because it's town specific. So anybody in London is going to want Cena London merch.
And just because he went heel, he's got to treat Stu like a dick. No more Stu shout outs.
Apparently, the WrestleMania main event is going to be presented by Drumstick Ice Cream Bars.
What the hell? Can we get some WWE ice cream bars back?
Right? God damn it. Get on that, punk.
I swear to God, if you start with, you want to know why? Cena soaking the hate in.
Mm-hmm.
So Kane was right all along.
We're not even waiting for Cena to talk. Wrestling has more than one royal family. Here comes the American Nightmare, the undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes.
Didn't even let the microphone go to Cena's lip. He has no control. Okay, with the suit game, Cody.
Cody always looking fly in his suits.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Cody from that NWA era trying to model himself like Ric Flair, where a champion looks like a champion.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cody hugging the kids,
Mm-hmm.
kissing babies, all that
That,
good junk.
that kid had the tattoo on his neck.
Hmm.
Like, damn, they selling fake tattoos and everything.
Either that or his parents drew it on him.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I wonder how many pounds or euros those tickets cost.
Right?
Or quid. I think that's the other currency, right?
No, it's pounds and euros.
Okay.
I don't think there's quid for the for London. I could be wrong. If any of our viewers are UK,
Where's Hannibal when you need him?
right? I feel you there, Arlene. I hope we get at least a little bit more heat here tonight.
I just noticed Cena's shirt more clear. I need Cena to take his hat off. I want to know what the bald spot is going.
That would be giving us what we want.
True indeed.
And Cena's not about giving us what we want right now.
Mm-mm.
Here we go with the goddamn soccer chants again. Cody, Cody Rhodes, Cody, Cody Rhodes.
They did it for
I
Roman
can
last
I
week.
cannot wait for them to get back to the US so we can get rid of that fucking chant.
Yeah, please don't do that. Don't start following them.
Cody saying, "We've listened to Cena for 2 weeks. Allow me to do your job for you."
Damn.
Cody saying, "There's so much you could make fun of when it comes to me. For starters, I have a lisp. He just said the name of Stardust."
He said names with the letter S. Give him trouble.
Mm-hmm. Says it's got to bother you that that's who you're wrestling and your last WrestleMania main event is Stardust.
Interesting, Cody.
Says he has an arm tattoo on his neck.
He's trying to give Cena ammo and take it away from him.
He's doing
Hmm?
a B Rabbit from 8 Mile, saying
Mm-hmm.
everything that Papa Doc could have said against him and making it his fuel, his ammunition.
Good call out.
Have Cody end his promo here by saying, "Here, now tell these people something they don't know about me." He even just mentioned the other company he created.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm struggling with the idea that Superman really is dead.
Wow. And the Superman movie's coming soon too. For him to say that. Cena, you can't hide from your bald spot. I see that big ass sign.
Mm-hmm. Cody saying your words have not matched your actions. You've been lying to this audience. Cody wants Cena to look at the people and tell them really why. Cena says he's not going to reduce himself and come down to your level. Says Cody's been protected long enough. Cena says, I'm also not going to cook you. I'm going to bury you. Just like I've buried everyone else.
Mm.
They've been saying for years that Cena buries talent.
Whoa.
I don't bury talent. I am talent. He says, I bury mediocrity. You've manipulated your way to the top of this business, and your ego outmatches your ability. He can't understand why the WWE would hand the heartbeat of this organization to his chauffeur.
Cody said that they used to ride together.
A slimy pickpocket that feels that just because he stole the blueprint, he can run the kingdom. He stole everything you could to be undeniable, but you're still underwhelming.
Damn, he said there's your why.
You're too perfect. You're too polished. You're too rehearsed.
Hmm.
Wow. You're just like the Pied Piper because all you ever done is taken a catchy tune and used it to get these people to like mediocrity.
Damn. He burned him with that.
I will body you before your first breath. Says Cody is afraid to show who he really is. Looks like a 16-year-old kid taking acting lessons who's afraid of public speaking. Someone mediocre wearing something meaningful is enough to trick these people.
Cena is not holding back.
Wow, called him a sociopathic Nepo baby. Says it's not where your tattoo is, it's what it is. It exposes you as a fan. Called him an errand boy that got lucky. Cena
Damn.
says he's going to expose Cody for who he is.
Dude, look at
How
Cena's
quickly the
face.
fans are now chanting Cena, not Cena sucks. Cody says, maybe you're right. Maybe I was chosen. They chose me. Can you say the same? Or was it a guy in an office that chose you who we don't talk about anymore because he's not here?
Damn.
If anybody's a company creation, it's you and not me. Says you've got more dick in that promo than you do in your jorts.
Damn.
Damn. Cody's spitting fire. Says there's two of us in the ring right now. There's two of us in the ring. What I'm about to ask you may punch a hole through your entire thing. Which one of us sold out to The Rock?
Damn.
And
There
now
I
the
go.
fans are chanting, you sold out.
You guys wanted him to mention The Rock.
Cody says, John, you are still my hero, but you're also a piece of shit.
And they didn't bleep it.
And now the crowd is chanting, piece of shit. Cena says he's always given people an opportunity to put them in their ground and take their best swing. No one has been worthy, so he did it himself. No matter what garbage they've given me, I've found a way to make it great.
Not telling lies.
At your best, you can't wipe my ass. Cody said that in all the time I've been here, never once have the fans chanted at me, "You can't wrestle."
Oh!
Bring Cena back into the ring. We actually going to get some physicality here?
Mm-hmm.
Cena smiles, salutes, goes to walk away, comes at him. Cody has him locked up for the crossroads, connects to Cena. Cena is dropped on the mat by the crossroads.
I told you people be patient and give it the time that they need to build. See, this is the best one of the three.
Shooting his shot at the WrestleMania sign.
Here's the old thing, though. This isn't the Gomo show because Cena won't be around for a while. But who just went over in the last time that they met?
That's true. Cody throws the hat on Cena. I was actually just about to make that point myself.
Wow. Dude, great points were made by both of them. Yeah, I can't even lie, but Cody able to hold his own on the mic against Cena.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good dig. He said, "Yeah, but in all, they never chanted, 'You can't wrestle at me.'" Oh, look at that! MVP's behind them. The UFC fighter MVP.
I was going to say, what? They brought Montel Vontavious Porter back?
Michael Venom Page. We better acknowledge him. He fights for the UFC. Wow, what a promo! What a segment!
Now get a little bit of a hype up video for this championship match. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea defeated from a few weeks ago.
Probably gonna see this video 4 times today if it's the bit of it. They gotta think why would she be the referee if it wasn't gonna lead the triple threat? Just to have the power to pick her opponent, basically.
Mm-hmm. Man, oh man, was that shit good.
What? Oh, hell yeah, Nepo baby. We just said it. You said NW. What did you say for the NWA? Homage to Flair and his
Hmm.
dad, and you mentioned all that. And John Cena said, "All you are is a blob of all other superstars." Like, damn, it is the main event. Okay,
As well, it should be.
that's
Damn
what I
it. The
meant.
women aren't going to get to main event WrestleMania. They better get some main events here on the road, too.
Hmm.
And it is for the title. And here come the New Day. This was unannounced.
I didn't even recognize the freaking music. Now here's the thing: is this a match or?
Yep, it's a tag match. Still not used to Kofi as a heel, man.
I just found.
Woodsy, Woodsy, I can get behind as a heel. I've seen him as a heel before. Kofi, not nah. I'm still kind of like not really used to Kofi as a heel like this, man.
I know. I was just going through some old pictures and saw him, Kofi, hugged up with my kids and hugged up with me, and I just remember that whole day. And I was like, dude, I'm never booing these people.
He needs to resurrect his Green Ranger gear
Hmm.
and come out with the original sword that he had, the one that had him under Rita's control
Yeah.
when Green Ranger was still evil.
Hmm.
That
Dude,
would
that
be a
was
dope reference there.
that was the best story of Power Ranger. That I remember watching as a kid. It was like a 5-part series. It lasted like
Hmm.
more than a month. It was a episode a week. Back when
Green
you
with
couldn't.
Evil, man. The greatest story ever told.
Yeah, back when you can't, binge watch shit. You had to actually wait the week. Be nice if I knew who they were gonna fight. I started working on the banner and I had to stop typing because I'm like, well, who's their opponents? And that Coffee's in the commercial with the toy. Look,
Hmm.
it's funny that Drew gets that commercial when he was a heel.
Yeah, but he wasn't a heel when the commercial was made.
Mm. But yeah, man, going back to the Cena, man, that was awesome. And they finally got physical. They mentioned The Rock, so they kind of gave the
Hmm.
tease. People still gonna find a reason to say something though.
I've been saying since week one, give it time. Gotta tell the story. You don't want to shoot everything at once. Give it all away in one shot because then there's nothing to build suspense to. Every week, now, if we go back and we watch these segments build from week one to now, will people bitch and moan and complain? Or do
Hmm.
they feel now that it's told the proper story?
I called it too. I said, calm down. Like you guys are rushing stuff.
Denise Salcedo has a poll up right now saying who won that promo battle, Cena or Cody.
Mm.
Right now, it's about a 2/3 split with Cody in the lead.
Wow. At least they got physical.
Hmm.
And the ball spot is still there. I saw it when that came out.
Now they're showing us everything that's going to be at the Fountain Blue in Vegas, the Hall of Fame, the Undertaker One Dead Man Show, the Roast of WrestleMania, and NXT.
See what kind of chaos that roast causes. Dude, I want to go to London. I want to ride a double decker bus. That's the whole reason I want to go there.
Oh shit! Tyler Bate is back from injury. New Catch Republic back united. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne here in action. I've been wondering where Pete Dunne's been, man. He hasn't been on TV for a minute since the whole thing with R-Truth kind of ended. It's good to see Tyler Bate back from injury here. London's own here to take on the New Day.
Nice.
Pete Dunne, of course, is going to be competing as part of Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 13, taking on Timothy Thatcher. That's a
Mhm.
banner incoming.
Somebody body joints are gonna get manipulated.
Referee here,
Wow.
Jessica Carr. Jessica Carr had her wrestling debut on Evolve this past week as the Masked Calyx.
Mhm.
Losing effort, but it was still kind of cool to see Jessica Carr in the ring. I just noticed Kofi and Woodsy have matching tattoos there.
What? Yo, you read my mind. I just noticed the M, like the one's on the shoulder, the other's on the
Mm-hmm.
rib. I noticed that too. I was like, I
I
wonder if
wonder
that's
if Big E has that tat also.
no. Damn, the crowd is hot for Tyler.
Collar elbow tie up. Tyler Bate starting off in here against Xavier Woods. Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Tyler Bates got his legs wrapped around Woodsy as he crawls over to his corner. Waves at the crowd, tags in Pete Dunne before executing a head scissors takedown. Pete Dunne in with a clothesline, drops Woods in the center of the ring here.
That's core strength to do that, to climb the ropes while you got somebody.
And now, to your point earlier, Pete Dunne going for that joint manipulation, bending the digits, stomping the arm of Woodsy, hot tag to Bate. Bate leapfrogs over off the neck of Dunne, does a little corkscrew, lands on Bate. And now Bate taunting Kofi Kingston. Kofi sent up and over the far ropes, both men outside. Tyler Bate getting hyped up here off the ropes. Hip check from Dunne. Tope Suicida from Tyler Bate, the New Catch Republic, high-fiving on the outside here as we go to commercial break. Fuck television.
What did Bate injure? Was it his leg
I
or his
think it was
knee?
his leg, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. That's a great surprise, and to bring him in the home cry. I wonder how long they were working this.
Well, I've been seeing reports for the past month and a half, maybe even 2 months, that Bate's been at the Performance Center, that
Mm,
he's been getting back into shape. So his return was definitely imminent. I
mm-hmm.
can't think of a better place to do it, though, than to have it be here in the UK, in London. You know what I mean? Like New Catch Republic home turf.
Mm-hmm. You can see it's kind of awkward because Pete Dunne is getting cheered so much, and he still has like heel tendencies the way he's high fiving and stuff, but he's still getting cheered. So it's like he's conflicted inside. You can kind of see it.
Dragunov was the same. Dragunov got injured. I believe he's been back at the Performance Center also. His return could be imminent as well.
Yeah. Which sucks, man, because they could have did Dragunov versus Gunther at WrestleMania if he never got hurt,
Hmm.
or
There's
even at,
always another day.
yeah, or even during these live events when he was in Austria. That would have been nice. Damn, man, it's almost April. It is cold in here. What the hell?
It's 62 degrees here in sunny Southern California. It's windy
Can't
out, but it's 62 degrees.
I can't wait to freaking move.
Probably go for a little walk once this gets off the air. Walk to the gas station real quick, give me some chips or something.
Uh,
Ain't got shit else to do tonight. Raw isn't going to be coming on at 5 o'clock. It's on now. I've got the whole rest of the day clear.
yo, nice.
Hey, if you've got free time, you might want to check out GCW's America's Most Wanted that aired last night while we were doing the other watch along. I
Uh,
watched it after we got off the air. It was a pretty interesting show learning about GCW.
mm,
Very much an XPW, ECW violent type promotion, but they also had some matches that weren't like blood and guts and shit. So back here, the action. Woodsy with a drop kick to the back of Pete Dunne gets a 2 count here.
mm.
Xavier Woods basking in the heat here as he's in the dominant position right now, just arrogantly kicking the back of Dunne's head. Nice chop from Pete Dunne here, getting a little bit of separation. Forearm shots being traded in the center of the ring. Tag into Kofi Kingston. I believe this is the first time Kofi's been in legally, unless he came in during the commercial break.
Yeah, well, as far as we know, it's the first time. And you're right, it's hard to see Kofi stay heel. Like at least we saw him as Apollo Creed. What's his name? Not Creed.
Cruz.
Cruz. Yeah. So we saw Woods work heel before.
Kofi staying on top of Pete Dunne here, has the arm kind of in a modified armbar submission. Definitely not the type of guy you want to try and do submissions against. Pete Dunne knows pretty much every counter and reversal there is. Trying to reach out to Tyler Bate, get the tag here. Clubbing shot from Kofi. Irish whip sends Dunne into the New Day corner. Runs the rope up and over, backflip. Pete Dunne with the tag to Tyler Bate. Here comes Bate with some clothesline center of the ring, taking out Xavier Woods before he can get into the match. Bates fired up, goes for a running boot. Kofi gets out of the way. Tyler Bate catches him. Overhead belly-to-belly suplex and a kip up from Tyler Bate.
Damn, that's a built guy, yo.
Tyler Bate with Kofi on his shoulders. Airplane spin now. Seems like he's going faster and faster with every revelation here.
I'm dizzy watching shit. Imagine taking that
Right?
poop.
And then to Death Valley Driver to boot. Tyler Bate now getting his bearings back. To your point, definitely a little dizzy.
Mm-hmm.
Tags in Pete Dunne. Double team maneuver there by New Catch Republic. Clothesline German suplex combo from New Catch. Pete Dunne has Kofi hooked for the pinfall, gets a 2 count. Wood saves it at the last second.
That
Look
would
at
have been
this again.
hell yeah, strong. That would have been it if Woods wasn't there.
Woodsy back up now, going after Bate. Big boot drops Tyler Bate. Here comes Pete Dunne, throws Woods back to the outside. Then some more joint manipulation from Pete Dunne to Xavier Woods.
Ugh, have fun playing the PlayStation after that.
Kofi sets him up. Trouble in paradise. Gets the 2 count. Excuse me, that was the SOS, not the Trouble in Paradise.
Woods known for gaming. It's gonna be hard to game if he keeps breaking your fingers like that.
Kick to the midsection. Stomp of the fingers of Woods. Kick to the head of Kofi. Done up and over. Tags in Tyler Bate. Woods looking for an enziguri. Tyler Bate fooled him. Showed the left, went right. Bate up and over. Running boot from Pete Dunne. What we got here? Woods trying to counter. Oh, Kofi from the outside trips up Tyler Bate. Pete Dunne sent into the turnbuckle. Tag to Kofi.
He hit hard.
Double stomp, hooks the leg, gets a 2, 3. New Dave just defeated New Catch Republic.
I'm shocked. I didn't expect New Day to win this match. They just returned.
It was a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. The New Day trying to get to WrestleMania and prove that they deserve an opportunity there, so they had to win something. But to your point, New Catch Republic and Tyler Bate making his return here in the UK, their home turf, and then to eat the L. Like I said, it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
The well, we know Dunn is here. He might just start fighting Taylor Bates and they start a one-on-one rivalry.
I don't think Dunn is heel. I just think he's being super aggressive. There is a slight difference as we got Kathy Kelly on the entrance ramp interviewing the New Day. Kofi saying that they want what they are owed and what they deserve, and that's a shot at the tag team championships. Here come the horns. The War Raiders.
Speaking of that, where the hell have the Raiders been, right? They haven't been on Raw the last few weeks. Not that I could recall, at least.
I figured they just were keeping them in the States for when the New Day came back, but here they are tonight. Not dressed to compete as they face to face with Kofi and Woodsy here. Eric telling them to take their shot. Three-man booth here tonight. Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, and Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett, of course, UK native as well. Wonder if he'll get involved in the show here somehow, some way.
Mm. They, I like seeing Wendy Chu finally, man. I'm like, damn, you got put to sleep in the nightmare and never came back until Evolve was a thing.
Hmm. Sent to the undead realm, as Noah would like to say.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I feel like that's still unfinished to me, her and Rosemary. Well, I guess Rosemary finished it if you think about it.
Getting a little bit of a recap right now. Jimmy and Jay from last week, which led up to the slap heard round the world.
That slap was ridiculous. Gunther in his head was like, "Yeah, your receipt's coming next week, homie."
Mm-hmm. Jay telling Jimmy that he'd feel better if he was out there with them. Jimmy saying Gunther's a big deal, so are you, so am I. Tonight I'm going to beat Gunther. At WrestleMania, you're going to beat Gunther and become world heavyweight champion.
Mm.
Yeet.
He said he is beatable.
Jay says, I hear you, but be careful. Jimmy don't want him out there. Kind of leading more to the credence that Jimmy's about to get his ass handed to him. Because if he was going to be out there, then maybe Gunther wouldn't be able to beat him down. But with Jay not out there,
We'll see, because it seems to be advertised as next.
mm-hmm. Well, while we wait for the commercial break, let's go ahead and take a look at what we have coming up, kicking off tomorrow. We shall be right back.
And now for a taste of things to come.
all the professional wrestling and more. All the content. April is the Weezer Going to Die tour.
Right? It's what Jeff used to call it, man. The Weesa Gonna Die tour. And good God, with everything we've got coming up.
But I can't wait, to be honest.
It's going to be tiring. It's going to
Mhm.
be exhausting, but it's going to be fun. So much content, so much stuff in store.
Can't wait. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
And we are back. Look back at the WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble 2000 street fight between Cactus Jack and Triple H. Kind of hyping up the fact that Triple H is going in the Hall of Fame this year.
I definitely remember this match.
Mm-hmm. Talking about how Mick Foley kind of made Triple H a viable champion here, being able to bring the fight and solidifying Triple H as that main event caliber guy.
Hmm. What's funny is he did the same thing for Randy Orton.
And The Rock.
Hmm. Dude, those thumbtacks.
Right?
I've been in them before. It's not even going in them that's the worst. It's pulling them back out that hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Hall of Fame begins at 10 p.m. Pacific. That's 1 a.m. Eastern time for y'all.
mm,
And there is a look at the class of 2025. Triple H, Michelle McCool, Lex Luger, Earthquake and Typhoon, the natural disasters, and the WrestleMania 13 match between Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin, the WWE Immortal Moment, as it's being called. Pat McAfee and Michael Cole will be hosting the Hall of Fame ceremony, which will be viewable on Peacock, YouTube, X, and TikTok. Again, that is 10 p.m. Pacific time, 1 a.m. Eastern. Kate Nash, an actress from the Glow Wrestling series, in the house, as well as a singer-songwriter. There's Charlie Brooker.
no.
Or no, excuse me, that's Michael Venom Page. Their tags are all behind.
Yeah, they screwed that tag up. That other tag was supposed to be who Kate was choking, like
Oh,
pretending to
okay.
choke. That's what I'm
That makes
guessing.
sense then. Okay.
Yeah.
There's Charlie Brooker. Okay.
Uh,
Season 7 of Black Mirror will be streaming on Netflix beginning April 10th.
way to show that you know where you're going with the camera before you do it.
There's Louis Capaldi again, who was in the crowd for SmackDown. Grammy nominated singer songwriter. Looks like a fucking kid, dude. Such a baby
No,
face.
I know.
And backstage, there's Bianca Belair talking to a WWE official, getting instructions. What her job entails here is the special guest referee tonight in the big title match between the challenger Rhea Ripley and the champion Io Sky.
I feel like if you're a wrestler, you make the best reps because you know all the rules. Especially if you're a heel, you're the one breaking them.
Already in the ring, Jimmyy Uso doesn't even get a TV entrance. No, it doesn't look like they're including that match in the Hall of Fame, at least not yet. Definitely one that could be up for consideration down the road. It was just to promote Triple H and his Hall of Fame induction, I think. And here comes your current reigning and defending World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General Gunther.
If this even is a match, because I got a funny feeling.
It's going to be a match in name only, but yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be a beatdown here. Still not saying which night the matches are going to be taking place on, which I think is interesting. They've only got a couple of weeks now to get that worked out, start showing the graphics. I think
True.
that's going to open night 2.
Which one?
Bell
This one?
sounds, yeah, the World Heavyweight title. I think it's going to open night 2 just like the way the World Heavyweight title opened night 2 last year.
Mm-hmm.
People are saying that match could open night 1. I'm like, nah, you don't want to give the Royal Rumble winner the first match on WrestleMania 2 nights. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
You want to at least have him open the second night, the main night. Big boot by Gunther drops Jimmyy Uso in the center of the ring here. Throwing Jimmy to the outside. Gunther follows him out. Just unleashing punishment on Uso, throwing him into the barricade. Knife edge chop follow up. Another chop here on the other side, just kind of walking around the outside of the ring, lighting Big Jim up. Gunther grabs him by the head and neck, throws him into the barricade there. Rolls into the ring, breaks the 10 count, and right back out to the attack is the Ring General. Gunther setting Jimmy up here. Looks like he's going to go for a power bomb. Big Jim counters into a back body drop, sends Gunther to the mat. And now Jimmy rolling back inside the ring.
Mm.
Catches Gunther with a right. Off the ropes goes Jimmy. Suicide dive through the middle ropes there. Jimmy finally getting a little bit of offense here, starting to get the dominant position, throws Gunther into the ring, and now climbing up to the top rope. I think Big Jim is thinking Uso splash. Goes for it, but Gunther gets the knees up. And now Gunther going to the outside up to the top rope. What is the big man thinking here? Jimmy up, nice right hand, catches Gunther. Crotches him on the top rope there. Jimmy climbing up. Think Big Jim is thinking top rope superplex here. Gunther set up. Yep, superplex connects. And now Big Jim going back to the outside, climbing up to the top rope here. Going to try the Uso splash again. This time he connects, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Gunther kicks out.
Wow. I didn't even expect Jimmy to get a cover in this match.
Look at this again. Good air by Big Jim. Nails the Uso splash, gets a 2.5 count. Jimmy comes off the stairs there trying to take it to Gunther. They're now outside the ring. Billy to back suplex, drops Big Jim on the ring apron, the hardest part of the apron. Gunther in full control now. Short arm clothesline, almost a Rainmaker-esque lariat. Drops Jimmy on the outside. Gunther in the ring, breaks up the count as we go to commercial. Fuck television.
Okay, they played me. I didn't even expect the commercial break. Like, I expected just a straight ass kicking.
No, I knew that it wasn't just going to be a straight up beatdown, but I still expect there to be a beatdown, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense. Are you getting the Jalen Rose ad, the Xfinity?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have Xfinity out there?
We have it. We use Spectrum Internet, though.
I'm gonna use Race when I get out there. That's fiber active, and I know it's like really right near like my house. So, and they're saying that's the best.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of. You ever heard of Race?
No, that I've never heard of. Excuse me.
Not used to the early Raws.
Seriously, like I literally woke up, got to do a couple of things, and then all of a sudden it was like getting sent the link and it was time to go. It was like, damn, okay. Like I haven't even had any caffeine yet today. I haven't had any soda, nothing to help wake me up. I made me a coffee to put in the freezer so it could get chilled, but it hadn't had enough time to like get cold yet. Next commercial break, it should be good. I'll go grab it then. That'll give me some caffeine. I'd go now, but we've only got about 30 seconds left in the ad break. I don't think I'd make it in time.
Yeah.
I still got to put creamer in it and everything. So next commercial.
I forgot Netflix does that. They put the little, because I was looking at my computer, not at the counter, that they actually put the how long the ads are.
3-minute commercial break each time, which I like. And we're back here live on Netflix from London, the O2 Arena. World Heavyweight Champion Gunther taking on Jimmyy Uso, big brother to the Royal Rumble winner, who will face Gunther at WrestleMania, main event Jey Uso. Gunther winds up for a big right, but Jey Uso blocks it, Jimmyy Uso catches him with a slap. Now Big Jim getting a little bit of offense. Nice super kick. Ducks a clothesline, nails Gunther with a German suplex. Another super kick, drops Gunther. Now we're going to get the spam super kicks here from Jimmyy Uso.
You know it.
Shotgun drop kick from Gunther drops Uso as he's running into the other corner. Gunther looks like he's trying to set him up for the power bomb. Connects. Goes down for a lateral press, gets a 2 count, picks Jimmy up, says, nope, we're going to give him some more punishment. Now Gunther is starting to get to that place. The spider teasing the prey before he devours him. Could this end up being a mistake for Gunther, though?
That's what I was thinking. That could be.
Jimmyy Uso trying to grab Gunther by the pads there, pull himself up. Big boot from Gunther rocks Uso, and a short arm clothesline drops him to the mat. Turns him over, lateral press, 1, 2, and again, Gunther picks Jimmy up, forcing the kick out. Now we're going to that place that we kind of expected this match to go, where Gunther is just going to batter and beat and bruise Jimmyy Uso to try to send a message to his WrestleMania opponent, main event Jey. Crowd here in London yeeting, trying to get Jimmy back into this.
Mm-hmm. That could come
Jimmy,
back and bite him in the ass.
yep, Jimmy using the ropes to get to a vertical base. Gunther cuts him off, drops Jimmy with a sleeper hold now. Grapevining the legs for added pressure. Jimmy's fading fast here. And that is it. Jimmyy Uso is out. Referee calls for the bell here. And here comes main event Jey Uso. The music is hit. Oh, maybe not. It was a glitch on the Tron. I wasn't the only one that saw that, right? You saw the main event Jey Uso on the Tron there?
Yeah, I thought they were gonna use it like saying that he's in Gunther's head, like trying to mess with him, but I don't know, glitching stuff.
Oh, here we go. Gunther was about to leave. Now he's coming back into the ring. Little bit more brutality. Back into that sleeper hold. Legs grapevine again on Jimmyy Uso. And now here comes Jey Uso. Now they're playing the Tron and the music. Main event Jey making a beeline for the ring. Double leg takedown on Gunther. Ground and pound mounted punches from the challenger at WrestleMania. Jey back out to the outside, giving some right hands to Gunther. Gunther tries to escape through the crowd here. The
Dude, Jay came
one
out.
time Jey got an upper hand on Gunther and Gunther run away scared.
Jay came out no shirt, ready to go. I swear, I thought he was gonna make some mistake and they were gonna keep that going. Slip something.
Jey over there tending on his big brother. And we go to commercial. Fuck television. I'm going to go get my coffee. Why don't we run our watch along trailer one more again while we do that?
Okay.
And now for a taste of things to come.
All the wrestling, all the wrestling, all the professional wrestling, and more. Damn it, we got a lot coming. I like we said the We's Gonna Die tour coming up in April. Hey Charles, what's up? Nice of you to join us. So we got about, I don't know, 38 seconds according to my calendar for the commercial. So what is everybody else thinking of Raw so far? Especially the promo. I didn't see many people in the chat talk about who they feel won the promo battle. Is it Cena? Is it Cody? Like, I didn't see many people give their comments about that. But JJ went to go get coffee for now. There we go. Now we're back. Gunther's back, attacking Jay now. Bro, you might have spoke a little too soon, because look what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm. Now Gunther beating up on the security, power bomb onto the steps base, kick to the midsection of another security guard, stomps on the head, throwing Jay into the ring post. Gunther has some zip ties now.
Uh-oh. Ooh, I think he's going to zip tie Jay and make him watch him beat the hell out of Jimmy.
Quite possibly. One hand is zip tied.
There we go, bro. You might got your wish there. You spoke too soon, Ness.
And now zip tying him to the ring rope. Jey Uso defenseless here. The problem is that zip ties, while they are tough, they can be broken. It's not like a pair of handcuffs. And now
Right.
Gunther right back over to Jimmyy Uso. Irish whips Big Jim into the barricade. And this is everything we were basically thinking it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You can see Gunther going back to Jay, boot to the midsection of Jay, grabs the title belt. Gunther into the ring now. Gunther just taunting and tormenting Jay. Jay into the ring. Gunther taunting him to come get him, get the belt. Jay trying to break the zip ties. Gunther saying, "You're not strong enough. You're not tough enough. You're no tough guy."
Wow, he's really taunting him.
Showing the title. Big Jim back up to his feet. Belt to the head of Jimmyy Uso. Gunther saying, "Come on, Jay, look what I've done to your brother. Can you handle the pressure?"
Living up to his promise. He said 13 weeks of hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Ness. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. You wrote that, and then look, boom, when they came back for commercial.
Jimmy looks like he's bleeding now. Off of that belt shot. Yep, right above the eye. Jason Jordan's on the outside. Some of the referees are on the outside. Gunther's showing the bloody Jimmyy Uso to little brother Jay. And Jay again trying to break the zip ties. Gunther has Jimmy set up. Powerbomb connects to Big Jim. And Jay is just like a caged animal, tied up, chained, going through emotional torture as Gunther now punching Jimmy in the head, drawing even more blood. You know what? This episode of Raw so far has been Triple H giving a big fuck you to the fans that are bitching about the WrestleMania build.
Yeah.
First, we had the Cena Cody promo cooking. Now we got this cooking. We still got the women's title match. We had the New Day. We had the return of Tyler Bate. This whole episode of Raw has been a big fuck you to everyone that's bitched about the Mania build. Gunther kicking Jay, and now just repeated elbows to the torso of Big Jim, locking him in that sleeper again. The same move that he passed out from, allowing Gunther to win the match. But this time, Jimmy is a bloodied and beaten mess, and Jey Uso can't do nothing. Look at all the blood from Jimmy all over Gunther's body.
That's a lot of blood.
Here comes Davari now out to help. Another ring agent. More security getting involved. Petey Williams is out there now as well. Adam Pearce. Gregory Helms, the Hurricane. Jamie Noble. And Gunther just standing tall in the ring. Jimmy Uso's blood all over his torso. Belt in the air. And Jay still tied up with the zip ties. Can't do a goddamn thing about it. Look at Michael Cole. Michael Cole standing there. McAfee and Barrett with shock and disgust on their face.
I don't know if it's because he's wearing red, but yeah, that blood looks bad on Jimmy. Like, I think it's like bringing it out more because he's wearing red too. But holy shit, that's like Ric Flair shades of bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this Raw is bringing it. This Raw is definitely bringing it.
Now to try to bring everything down, we're going back to look at the contract signing from SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. There you go. At least you can admit it.
If Jay doesn't win at WrestleMania, what the hell are they doing? You can't give all of this and then have Jay lose.
Mm-hmm. Plus, you're kind of diminishing the Rumble win. You're already not giving the winner of the Rumble a main event. Now you're not gonna let him win the title either.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that history. And I love that Roman promo. He's like, you keep saying we died a long time ago, and it's Seth's fault. Damn it.
Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of people on social talking about how great that segment was, how that's
Mm-hmm.
exactly what the feud needed, just like the people in the chat, just like we've been. A lot of people right now online are eating their words. This is going to be interesting to discuss in the spaces tomorrow.
Yeah, here's the this is the best part right here. Wipe those tears out of your eyes. You know,
I didn't
I've
even
heard.
notice that, Arlene. Someone pointed out Seth was wearing black and red just like Roman. Could that be a hint to something?
Oh, I didn't notice that either.
You figure all of the bloodline shirts have been black and red, and then Seth's suit is red with black.
Mm-hmm. Somebody super chatted and asked us, "What do we think of Paul Heyman going with Seth, the one and only one he hasn't been with out of these three?" And we said he worked better than heel, but nah, I can't. Again, anything's possible. It's 2025. How many times have we been eating crow and being saying shit won't happen and it happens? So it could, but nah, I don't know. I'll just personally say I wouldn't want that.
I still love the way Punk played them there. That's not the favor that I'm owed. Again, very much Aladdin working the genie.
Mm-hmm. For the first time ever, a triple threat match for a favor. The winner, the stipulation is a favor. I wonder how long they're gonna hold that the favor. Like eventually, you got to pull the trigger. You can't just keep.
Mm-hmm. Travis Scott's song Fiend is one of the official themes for WrestleMania. We also have a song from The Weeknd that's a theme for WrestleMania, which Weeknd's been doing themes for WrestleMania, seems like forever.
Right. You gotta get next year. You gotta get a big New Orleans artist. Get Little Wayne to do the theme or something.
For years, now that both camps have kind of died down in popularity, for years I've wanted to see like a No Limit Cash Money collaboration.
Mm,
Next year, Nollins would be the time to do it, man. Master P has had his hands in wrestling, going back to the No Limit Soldiers in WCW. We know House of Glory is owned by Master P. Little Wayne has done stuff before for WWE. Like, man, that would be the time to do it. Bring Cash Money and No Limit together for Nollins.
hell yeah. Now we're going into a video package of what happened last Monday with Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
Which why would you
Setting up
even
the
ask
tag team
Penta?
match. And we got Judgment Day backstage. I still kind of like that 10 years of Finn shirt. I like that Dom is wearing a Finn shirt, kind of kissing Balor's ass a little bit, trying to patch things over within the Judgment Day. Little bit of
Mm-hmm.
dissension been going on for a minute between Dom and Finn as Dom's been wanting a new member and Finn has been very much opposed to it.
I would actually love if they pulled the trigger of the Carlito Raquel storyline. Like, let's have two lovebirds in the Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm. And it's time for our tag team match here. London, England, about to feel no fear. Celo, Miedo. Penta teaching kids how to throw up gang signs.
Yeah, every time you say that, it shit cracks me up.
Just saying, man, even the chat's here with me. Gang
Mm-hmm.
signs everywhere. JJ's not wrong. Goddamn, JJ.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but it all started with Matt Hardy throwing up the V1.
Which is actually one where I'm from. It really is one. It literally
Same out
is
here.
one.
I know at least 2 crews that used to use that.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back and you look at old Snoop Dogg videos, you see him throwing it up too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, while we got this commercial, we'll take a moment, run us another commercial, the one we haven't ran yet.
Get it? Got it. Bueno.
I need to be the best at everything. Yeah, number one. Hustle from the start. Aim to be the best. Ain't no excuses, we go hard. Every single day we winning, 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 winning. Every single day we winning, 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 winning. Yeah, number one. Hustle from the start. Aim to be the best. Ain't no excuses, we go hard. Every single day we winning, 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 winning. Every single day we winning, 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 winning.
Get it? Got it. Bueno.
Yeah, number one. Yeah, number one. Yeah, number one. Hustle from the start. Aim to be the best. Ain't no excuses, we go hard. Every single day we winning, 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 winning. Every
Get it?
single day we winning, winning,
Got it.
winning, 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 winning.
Bueno.
This Friday, April 4th, 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific, we will be doing a special Friday shenanigans as we welcome La Princesa Tiffany Nieves to the show. She will be gracing us peasants with her time and her presence. Very much looking forward to that. Your wife had to chime in here in the chats. JJ's mamacita. Walter had to give him one, I guess. And Walter, you better not get any more.
Damn. Mhm.
Yes, she's definitely my mamacita here. I am very much looking forward to that. You know, I went back to my DMs. This interview is about a year in the making because I reached out to her March 10th of last year after her match against Ruthie J aired on NWA Power. I had posted a tweet about it. She retweeted it. And then I slid into her DMs about it, you know, thanking her for retweeting it and making the initial offer for her to come on what was then open mic night, but didn't get a response from it. And then it wasn't until she had made the tweet on X earlier this year about wanting to do a bunch of podcasts and whatnot. And she knew that people had been reaching out to her. And if this meant you, then comment and reach out, which I did again. And it's led us to this point where this Friday, we are going to be graced by her presence. So this interview is a little over a year in the making.
Just gotta have patience. I'm having patience with the one I was working on that we know about, but
Yeah. And
hopefully
like I
something
said,
comes
I've
up.
got a couple other people I can reach out to for interviews here in the coming weeks and months. But we need to get the fans out there showing us that they want it. I'm not going to just, bring people on the show, bring some special guests on the show, and then we not get a turnout. We don't get support. We don't get people super chatting questions for them. I'm not going to waste my time.
Mm-hmm.
People got to remember that sometimes these people do request appearance fees to come on the show. So with what we have to put out to get them, we kind of would like to make back in super chats. So
Mm-hmm.
advertising Backlash in St. Louis, Saturday, May 10th, showing Cena and Orton on the graphic. You got to figure that's going to be the matchup. Like, Cena hasn't even won the belt yet, but you got to figure that's going to be the match because Randy is from St. Louis, Missouri.
Mm-hmm. And he warned Cody that even if it's Cody, he's coming after it. I mean, not warned, but he told him straight up, and I'm not going to go behind and kick you in the balls. I'm going to do it to your face.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind Orton getting a 15th.
Bell sounds here. Penta and Dom starting things off. Finn grabs Penta's tassel there. Pulls him, allowing Dom to get the early advantage, stomping Penta in the corner there. Irish whip from Dom sends Penta in the ropes. Penta ducks the clothesline. Takeover to Harris from Penta, El Cielo Miedo, and the tag into the big dog, Bron Breakker. Brock comes in full force. Shoulder tackle sends Dom to the mat. Breakker scoop slams Dom to the mat with force. You can see Dom already trying to reach out to Finn for the tag. Dom slides down off the shoulders of Bron, gets the tag to Balor, but Balor gets goozled by Bron and a kick to the groin area from Balor, but not enough. Breakker off the ropes here, catches Finn going for the leapfrog and slams him down to the mat. Bron Breakker is just a specimen, man. He is a beast. Mini cannonball to Balor in the corner. Here comes Penta off the tag. Penta trips up Finn, showing off a little bit. Nice handstand in the corner on the ropes. Drop kicks Finn, sends him to the outside. Here comes Dom. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from Penta. Here comes Bron now, the big dog clotheslining Dom over the top ropes. Penta off the ropes here. Tope con hilo over the top, takes out both members of the Judgment Day. Bron even pulling the rope down so that Penta clears it, and we are going to commercial here. Fuck television. Commercial here for Everybody's Live with John Mulaney, a Netflix program. Want to take an opportunity here, give a big shout out to everybody on X that is reposting about the interview that is coming up on Friday. It means a lot to me. I know I reached out to some of y'all and asked you guys to repost and share it. But it's getting so much traction over there. I greatly appreciate it. 868 views on that post in less than 24 hours. 21 reposts, which granted, that doesn't seem like a lot in the grand scheme of things, but considering the traction my posts usually get, that's a lot to me. So thank you guys. I appreciate that so much.
Oh yeah, and
Guys,
about
any of you guys here that are watching right now that follow me on X at Casa D18 Studio, please go find the post about La Princesa Tiffany Nieves, repost it, share it to your followers. That way we can get as many people watching as humanly possible. Y'all are going to get tired of me on X here these next couple days because I'm going to be posting it every day at 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 Eastern, because that's what time the show is going to start. I'll make a post every night. You know, yesterday was 5 days. Today it'll be 4 days. Tomorrow will be 3 days until we finally get to this is the night. So make sure that you guys like it, share it. Every time you see it, go out on the socials, repost it. Want to make this the biggest episode of Shenanigans in its history, which again, you guys support it. You guys come out for it. You guys let me see the numbers. I'll reach out to some of these other people and try to get them on the show so we can get more interviews.
hell yeah, and even I bowed to the La Princesa and retweeted that. I can admit I'll be a peasant.
I've actually been going on YouTube here since yesterday. I've been finding a bunch of interviews she's done with other podcasters and trying to watch them so that I can get a feel for what she's going to bring to the interview, as well as get a feel for what she's been asked 100 times already, so that I try not to repeat all the same questions.
Makes sense.
One thing I will tell you, every interview I have seen her do, she has asked the people on the show to do the get it, got it, bueno with her before she bounces out. So make sure you practice your get it, got it, bueno.
You know I got
and you got to get a little bit of sass to it too. Like she wants y'all to get the like head bob in there, the finger snap for the bueno. So just make sure you practice a little bit. Even though I know the catchphrase, I'm definitely going to be practicing it a couple times too, so I don't look like a slouch when we get her on the air. As we've got Dominik Guerrero here now, number 2 of the 3 amigos on Penta. Pop the hips. Will he get the third one? Going for a little bit of a shimmy, a little bit of a taunt. Nope, Penta counters the third. Kick to the midsection from Dom, though. Irish whip sends Penta into the corner, up and over, into a backstabber from Penta, right in front of Carlito on the outside, the originator of that move.
Look how pissed Carlito got, too. I love his reaction.
Yeah. Hell yeah, he's pissed. Like, dude, the guy on the opposite team just used my move against my homie. That's not cool. Penta tags in Bron. Dom tags in Finn. Flying shoulder tackle from Bron, followed by a right drops Finn, and another right drops Dom. Bron with an overhead belly-to-belly throw to Finn Balor, and another one to Dominik Mysterio now. Big dog in here on fire. Finn going for a vertical suplex, but Bron counters it. Finn calling Dom in, double team here. Bron still blocking it. Bron single-handedly vertical suplexes both members of the Judgment Day and then a kip up, and the straps are down. The dogs are barking here in London. Bron with Finn up on the shoulders. Rake to the eyes allows Balor to get off the shoulders. Balor off the ropes. And Bron now, he's hitting the ropes, getting that speed. Jumping clothesline drops Balor. Didn't go for the spear, which surprised me. Usually when he gets that head of speed, he goes for the spear. Tag to Penta. Sets Balor up on his shoulders. Penta going top rope blockbuster or sling blade, actually. The way he spun it there, that's Balor's move. Gets a 2 count. Dom kicks out. Dom breaks the pinfall up. Breaker sending Mysterio to the outside. That was a nice double team sling blade there. Bron giving Penta the assist, and a super kick from Penta drops Balor.
I wasn't expecting them to work so well together.
Right? Well, Penta is a tag team specialist. We know his brother Ray Phoenix debuts on SmackDown this week.
Mm-hmm.
Braun, no stranger to double team either, to tag team, having worked with Corbin.
And he's got, tag team in his blood. Hello, Uncle.
Well, yeah, I mean, his family are the Steiner brothers. Penta was going for his destroyer, but Judgment Day distractions. Braun has accidentally speared Penta. Braun thrown to the outside by Finn Balor. Here comes Dominik Mysterio, baseball slide through the ropes. Finn Balor up on the top rope, looking for the coup de grace here. Connects onto Penta. Hooks the leg, 1, 2, 3. Finn Balor just got the victory for the Judgment Day.
Damn, I can't even think it was the last time Balor got a victory.
That is not what I expected whatsoever here. I figured Finn was going to take the pinfall here, be Pin Balor one more time. Judgment Day victorious here, though. I just noticed Carlito has purple pants on to go with the Judgment Day colors. I'm kind of feeling that, man. I like the purple pants.
I know. I mean, I guess you got to justify Finn getting a shot, right? He beat Penta, and that causes the tensions between Penta and Breaker, and then I don't know. I guess, but then again, justification and WWE don't work together.
Mm-hmm. And that's Penta's first L as well, to Matthew's point. Chad Gable backstage with Adam Pearce, presenting another doctor's note saying that he is not fit to wrestle.
So you're sick, but you still showed up to work.
Well, he was already on the tour.
Mm-hmm.
Costs more to send him home early than it does to have him take the regularly scheduled flight. So may as well keep him on TV.
I like how the papers actually filled out, because he just turned his hand and you can see it's actually filled out. Good nuance in case the camera caught it. It's like a blank piece of paper.
Runs into the Alpha Academy as he goes to leave the office. Maxine wants to talk to Pierce about some tag team opportunities. Pierce is always willing to discuss opportunities for Otis and Tozawa. Maxine says, not just them. I've been talking to Natalya and have some ideas. So it looks like we may be getting Maxine Dupree and Natalya as a tag team here in the not so distant future.
Way to put Natalya's name out there when she's about to get into Bloodsport.
Mm-hmm. Still to come tonight, the Women's World Title match. Rhea Ripley challenging Io Sky. Bianca Belair, the special guest referee. We still have the AJ Styles Logan Paul segment as well here to come as we go to commercial break. Fuck television.
I know Raw is 2.5 hours, 3 hours, but not only are the early ones good for us, but they go faster. Like I didn't even realize like how long it's been.
I think it feels like they go faster because it's early in the day.
Yeah.
You know, when they come on late at night, you're kind of getting ready for bed. You're trying to wind down. It's like, oh my God, is it over yet? So I can go to sleep. But with it being on for me, it's 1:45 right now, 1:47 in the afternoon.
Mm.
It'll be over by 2:30. I go to bed usually around midnight. So I still got almost 9.5 hours once this goes off the air of my day left to do whatever I want. I think that's part of why.
Yeah.
DJ Mudkeen in the house, our buddy Zach from New Orleans. We need a Thea Hale, Gigi Dolan tag team. That would be fun. That would be fun, good sir. Gigi is teaming with Paxley right now, Tatum Paxley, though. Thea Hale's kind of been MIA.
Right?
I think she has to come back at Stand and Deliver. I think they're trying to hold off on bringing her back until after Stand and Deliver because they don't really have anywhere to insert her in the storyline right now unless they put her with Andre Chase. Andre Chase is still on television, has been doing the stuff with those other guys, trying to kind of get him to bring back Chase U. I feel like if they put her on TV right now, they would have to put her back with Andre Chase. And I think they want to distance her from that. So have it either be her make a return at Stand and Deliver or the NXT after Stand and Deliver. You know, just like the Raw after Mania, the NXT after Stand and Deliver, you know, to kind of make that big return.
Makes sense.
I miss her too, Matthew. And yes, Charles, this Raw has been something in a great way.
So I wonder if they do make a different iteration of Chase U, and these people convince Chase. Because like, why do they keep bringing it up? I mean, I know one person that wouldn't be too happy. That's Noah, but you would be.
Yep. Zach says, or she debuts on Raw in the page roll and beats Io. I could see that being Roxanne. I could see that being Roxanne because we haven't seen her on main roster television since the Chamber. I could see that being Roxanne Perez. And Arlene, when she turns heel, insert evil laugh here. No, Arlene, that's a bad Arlene.
There's a few MIA people like, where the hell is Naya?
Penta is confronting Bron backstage, asking what happened with him. Jamie Noble and Petey Williams trying to keep him separated. That's going to be the start of the whole thing. Now, AJ Styles is in the ring.
I'm so glad they brought back his old theme.
I thought it was going to be AJ calling out Logan Paul, but the graphic earlier tonight said Logan Paul calls out AJ Styles. AJ Styles is in the ring with the microphone. Logan Paul nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. Logan already called him out on social media, so
he called him out like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Damn, AJ Styles is popular in London. Well, he addressed it. He said, "You said you were going to call me out."
If you got something to say to my face, come out here and say it right now.
Drinking his prime drink. What was the one flavor you liked? There was only one flavor you liked. I remember
No,
last
there
year.
were a couple. There were a couple. The
Uh,
blue raspberry, the strawberry lemonade, I think it was. There's a couple different flavors that I had that I really enjoyed.
there's a video of me and Big G trying prime for the first time at WrestleMania.
Hmm.
I don't even remember what flavor that one was.
Well, apparently Arizona iced tea is now getting into the wrestling gimmick, and they have the Rizzlers Rizberry iced tea coming soon.
Mm.
Which, that means they're just going to be on AEW again to plug that shit.
Hmm. Now coming to Costco, get a big pack of it.
Logan Paul in the ring getting booed out of the building here in London. Calling himself a global phenomenon. Loved by everybody as he's getting booed.
Delusional.
Everyone here, you're on my time. If I want to make you wait, you do as you're told because you're sheep and you wait.
Mm.
Crowd here in London chanting, "Shut the fuck up." This time they are censoring the crowd.
I'm a girl dad. I had to change of heart.
I forgive you for what you did to me at Madison Square Garden. AJ forgives Logan as well. Logan wants to know what he means by "you forgive me." AJ asking the crowd to hear him out. I forgive you for being the biggest douchebag to ever step foot in a WWE ring.
I like when you were gonna say by accident. That's a cool word.
These fans don't care about you or your money. They care about what you're willing to sacrifice in this ring for them. You've got all the talent in the world. I'll give you that. But in this business, talent will only get you so far. The question is, what are you going to do with it?
That's a 20+ vet talking to you. Yeah, you better listen, Logan.
Logan Paul says, don't take advice from anyone you wouldn't want to trade places with. Don't write a check that your ass can't catch. Logan saying, is that a threat? It's like, is that a threat? This is Monday Night Raw. AJ's like, I got my gear on and I'm standing in the middle of this ring. What do you think? Logan says, I'm done talking. Logan Paul does not fight for free. You guys cannot afford me. Logan talking about how all the fans are broke, can't afford him.
They afforded these crazy ass ticket prices to be here.
Yeah, but WrestleMania ticket prices are more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Says, why don't you set your sights a little bit higher? And Logan points at the WrestleMania sign. Logan goes for a kick to the midsection. AJ blocks it. Right hands from the Phenomenal One. Backs Logan in the corner. AJ setting Logan Paul up, going for the Styles Clash, but Logan drops down and rolls out of the ring. AJ to the outside. Logan Paul face first in the announce desk. AJ Styles eyeing up the Prime bottle there, but he throws Logan back into the ring.
I thought he was going to throw me to that case.
So did I. Logan Paul using the ropes there to crotch AJ as AJ tried to get back into the ring. Logan Paul sending AJ up and over. Nice maneuver there by Logan Paul.
That's his new finisher. I wonder what he calls that. Probably going to have the word prime in it. I'm going to come up with some creative name, but it'll give them gold, so I don't want to do it as we take another look at it.
Good shit.
Some finishers just fit people. That shit fits him, man.
Backstage now with Lyra Valkyria. Next week on Raw, Lyra versus Bayley for the Intercontinental Championship. The only person that has beaten Lyra since she won that title is Bayley, and it's been driving her crazy, she says. WrestleMania After Dark parties at the Live nightclub in Vegas. You got to figure Liv Morgan is going to be a big part of that. I mean, shit, she can say the nightclub is named after her.
I don't like what Michael Cole described he's gonna wear. Holy shit.
I mean, look at Michael Cole. I mean, Jesus Christ. Now we're already going back to what happened earlier tonight with Gunther, Jimmy, and Jey Uso.
Wow, they talking about they showed what happened to Jimmy, and they got to get a medical update. Jimmy's out of it, dude. The amount of blood was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. El Grande Americano returns to action next week. Looking forward to that.
In America.
We've also got Seth freaking Rollins will be on Raw next week. And it's time for our main event. Here comes the special guest referee for the evening, the woman who put the EST into WrestleMania, Bianca Belair.
You know, Bianca's got one of those banger songs too.
Mm-hmm. But it's not a Def Rebel song. It's a CFO Money song. So
Mm-hmm. I don't mind my referees looking like that either.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I used to have a bunch of the special referee action figures.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they did Shawn Michaels in his referee attire, Trish Stratus in her referee attire. What did I miss? What did we say this time, Lee? I didn't miss it. I must have missed him saying something.
I said I wouldn't mind my referees looking like that.
Oh. Hey, at least he didn't claim her as a mamacita this time, okay?
Right.
She's like, I'm not going to lie. Bianca looks good. I can't deny it.
If I had to deal with Shawn Michaels and them little ass shorts in the '90s, whenever he's special guest referee, let me enjoy
Right.
Bianca.
Right.
Shawn Michaels has some small ass shorts when he was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Real American beer.
Brother.
Dude, Hulk Hogan lost a little bit, even more respect for me. There's literally a video of him and his new wife eating popcorn, watching the video of Linda bugging out and crying and eating the popcorn, like watching that video. Like, you really that petty at plus 60 years old, however you are, 70, whatever?
Mm-hmm.
That's some petty shit.
I agree this match is predictable, but it's still a matter of how we get there.
Yeah,
I mean, the drama and the suspense that gets added in the course of the matchup.
Look how they shocked us with the Gunther. We knew it was coming, but look how they pulled it off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was actually, I didn't even expect that, so they did good with that one.
It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. We know we're more than likely going to end up with a triple threat for the title, but how do we get there?
That's true. Very, very true.
Getting a little look at Evolve here. Joe Coffey from Gallus takes on Harlem Lewis. Wendy Chu will be in action against Smiley Kylie Ray. And more this Wednesday on Tubi. Backstage with the Judgment Day. Happy at the victory that Finn and Dom got. Finn pointing out it's the second week in a row he got the better of Bron Breakker. It's WrestleMania season. He's going to go try and get himself a title match. Ooh, look at the way Liv Morgan's face changed. Liv reminding Dom Finn had a shot at Bron Breakker and he lost. Dom didn't lose his match.
She's letting him know, why is he getting himself a title shot and not you?
That's how we're going to get to that fatal four-way. Penta's mad at Bron. Finn got the pinfall victory. Dom never lost his match. That's how we're going to build that there. And we've still got a few weeks. Here comes the challenger for the Women's World Championship. Not Mamacita, but it is Mommy, Rhea Ripley. I love how she lip syncs the song as she walks to the ring.
Yeah, especially at WrestleMania last year. She was into that shit. The live performance.
I was going to say, didn't they play her to the ring last year? There's a rumor circulating that a band who does a wrestler's theme song is going to be in Vegas WrestleMania week. So there's heavy conversation going around that superstar may get played to the ring by the band for the second time in his career. And, he just finally gets a WrestleMania main event this year.
You never know. I wonder if they actually let him come out last too, and like out of the three.
Maybe. I mean, you'd figure it'd have to be first or last. If he gets played to the ring, it might be first. Just because if everyone starts coming out and you see the stuff set up there, you know that about to get played out. But if he comes out first, they can break it down, quickly. And here comes the champion. Her first title defense. Io Sky has never lost in a one-on-one match with Rhea Ripley. Will she keep the trend going here tonight? Alicia Taylor with our introductions here tonight.
Here we go. You're getting a big pop.
Well, they're overseas, so.
Look at Bianca grabbing the title.
Yep, holding it up in the air as the referee is supposed to do. To Cape Rayer's question, if you're just counting WWE, she's a former WWE Women's Champion, the current Women's World Champion, former NXT Champion, one-time NXT Tag Champion with Zoe Stark, and two-time Women's Tag Champion with Dakota Kai, plus her international championships and Stardom and other stuff. But just WWE, she's held 6 titles. Io Sky with the side headlock on Rhea Ripley here in the early going. Bianca right there, calling for the rope break, gets a 3-4 count. Now has to get in there physically and break the two women up. Rhea looking at Bianca, staring a hole through her for getting a little bit of physicality there. Both women now throwing punches, center of the ring. Rhea with a waist lock, throws Io in the corner, some shoulder blocks. Dishing it up to Io Sky here. Gut punches by Rhea Ripley. Bianca trying to get Rhea to break it up in the corner, getting Rhea to respect the stripes. Io charges at Rhea Ripley, has her in a headlock. Backing Rhea in the corner now. Io with some fists and punches.
Can you imagine if the referees had to start dressing like that? Too. At least if Bianca is doing fair counts to both people at the same pace. We gotta admit that.
Yeah, definitely. Clothesline drops Io Sky. We're going to commercial. Fuck television. I'll be right back.
Huh. Damn, couldn't they knock all the commercials out but for the main event, man? Like, I don't understand y'all why they could have just made the main event commercial free and then did all the other commercials. Like, could you not interrupt the main event with these damn commercials?
Seriously.
I do laugh at the freaking Rey Mysterio one though, because I imagine he really does have that many goddamn masks, and he probably that one I do laugh at. These commercials just suck it out of you, right? You get into the match and then it's just like boom.
But for me, at least, as the commentator, it gives me a moment to get my breath because the action moves so quickly. You're
Mm-hmm.
talking so fast, trying to keep up with everything, end up getting a little tongue tied. So these commercial breaks give you the opportunity to be like, okay.
Yeah, that's true. Especially this one where they keep doing pin after pin after pin purposely to make sure Bianca's being fair to both. Like I feel like that's why they're doing that.
Mm-hmm. Back live here.
We walked into Rhea complaining about a count, but they did that during the commercial, so how would we know? Trying
Crowd
to figure out.
doing the Cody Rhodes chant, but they're saying EO, EO Sky, EO, EO Sky.
Thank you.
But
I was trying to figure it out.
to Matthew's point, EO isn't over.
Yeah.
Nice suicide dive through the ropes from EO Sky, taking Rhea Ripley out on the outside.
Well, you know what they're
Go
gonna.
in, breaks up the count, saying one more.
You know what they're gonna. They're gonna just say, well, it's because they're in Europe. It's always an excuse with the IWC.
Okay, but Rhea's from Australia. They're over in Europe.
Yeah.
Poison Rana botch from EO Sky there.
Oh, all right. I like how Wade Barrett actually acknowledged it.
Bianca with her count. Both women get back into the ring, breaking the count up.
Doing it. Doing the little comeback. You'll swing for the kick, but misses. Looking for Riptide now, and then she rolls out of it and stomps Ripley right in the stomach. Ah,
Yep.
dude, I'm having stomach pains already. I didn't need to see that. Now my stomach hurts. Looking for the moonsault, but Rhea able to meet her at the top and pick her up in the trio woe position. Or sorry,
Strength
oh
of Rhea Ripley here. Io going for the poison Rana again. Rhea blocks it this time. Samoan drop off the top rope there from Rhea. Drops both women.
damn.
Bianca prone position. Io with the cover. Bianca gets the 2 count here for Io. Bianca definitely out of position, though, was not looking at the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think that Rhea would have been the one to get the pinfall there, but she was not. Io was the one that came out of that the better.
Mm-hmm. Rhea got the wind knocked out of her, and she was the one that did that move offensively. And Bianca's got to love it both. Either way, she gets a weakened opponent.
Mm-hmm. Io walking over Rhea, going to the top rope here again, looking for that over the moonsault. Rhea to her feet, pushes Io down, grabs Io by the hair. Io hangs Rhea up on the top rope. Io up to the top here, gets position, flying crossbody, lands right on Rhea's head. Rhea with that headbutt, hooks the leg, gets a 2 count on Io.
Wow.
Look at this again. She comes off with that crossbody, and Rhea perfectly timed with her headbutt.
I guess you would call
Bianca in
that
good position for that pinfall attempt.
I guess you would call that an Adelaide kiss, right? That's where she's from in Australia.
Yeah.
Instead of Glasgow's kiss.
Rhea picking the prone Io up, setting her up for the riptide. Io counters, though. Rhea trying to reposition, gets Io up on her shoulder. Looking for a splash mountain bomb here. The Razor's Edge, shade of her former partner, Damian Priest, Terror Twin, hooks the leg, gets a 2 count. Io kicks out. And Rhea cannot believe it. She thinks she's getting cheated here. Bianca with a fair count. Bianca saying it was close, but it was 2. Rhea needs to not take her eyes off the prize here. She needs to not get too frustrated at the referee. Bianca is being very fair here. Rhea trying to set Io up for the riptide once again. Io up and over. Rolls her up, gets a 2 count. Rhea kicks out. Io again going for a pinfall attempt. Rhea counters this time. Standing switch by Io. And another one by Rhea. And another one by Io. Elbow to the back of Io's head. Big boot from Rhea accidentally takes out Bianca Belair. Io rolls her up, but the referee down. Rhea with a kick to the head of Io. Rio sets Io up. Riptide connects. High stack. But Bianca is not in the ring to count because of that boot from Rhea. Rhea up to 11-15. And now Rhea realizing where Bianca is, but it's her fault. She ate that boot. Now Bianca doesn't want to get in there and count because of eating that boot from Rhea. Bianca slides in though. 1, 2, Io kicks out. Bianca still did what she was supposed to do despite eating that boot from Rhea Ripley. Here we go. The physicality. Double leg takedown by Rhea. Io slides into the ropes. Bianca counting for the break here. And now pulling Rhea physically off of Io, breaking the count. Rhea with an intentional shot that time to Bianca. And now a drop kick from Io takes out Bianca accidentally. Rhea with a clubbing shot to the back of Io's sky. Bianca calling for the bell here. Double disqualification is the official call here. Io Sky declared still the Women's World Champion. Rhea's pissed here, rightfully so to a certain extent. And now Rhea to the outside throwing punches with Bianca. Both women beating the hell out of each other here. Here comes Io taking out both women on the outside. Io throwing Rhea back into the ring. Bianca rolls in now, grabbing Io. Forearm shot, drops Io Sky. Mounted punches from Bianca. Rhea Ripley back up. Headbutt from Rhea. Sets Bianca up for the Riptide. Connects. Rhea setting Io up one more time. Riptide connects on Io. Rhea Ripley standing tall here in the center of the ring, despite not becoming the Women's World Champion.
Wow. We knew something like this was going to happen. Sorry, I had a supervisor call. That's why I went on mute. But yeah.
Rhea looking at the WrestleMania sign as she leaves, but she is not the champion. Her path to WrestleMania is still not completely clear. We can speculate all we want, but until Adam Pearce makes it official, Rhea is not on WrestleMania as she grabs Bianca by the braid, drags her to the ring post corner.
Ooh, look at Rhea's face. She ain't playing.
Somebody had to go heel here. It's 3 baby faces.
You know?
Avalanche Riptide set up onto Bianca Belair, connects with it.
Damn, I don't mind that at all. Are they hiring for cameramen or just writers? But you know what? In all honesty, JJ, Rhea has no one to blame but herself. She's the one who
Yep.
caused that.
It was her boot to Bianca that cost her because she had Io laid out for a 20 count,
Mm-hmm.
but wasn't able to capitalize because she accidentally took out Bianca with that big boot.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea Ripley standing center of the ring with the Women's World Championship held in the air as she eyes the WrestleMania 41 sign. For Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz, I am the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams, thanking y'all for tuning in to the Simply Reliable coverage of Monday Night Raw, as we are now officially off the air for Netflix.
This Raw hit harder than I thought, JJ. That it
Not
would.
me. I was expecting this. This because I was patient.
Oh, in terms of the Cena thing, I was patient. I knew that was gonna happen, but I'm talking about
For
everything.
everything. See, what you got to figure is usually when the WWE goes overseas, they kind of play it safe.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do a whole lot of storyline advancement because at least prior to the Netflix deal, they had to worry about spoilers getting out there. So people didn't really care to tune in because they already knew what happened. So they just kind of went in over there, played it safe, did whatever, came back home and got things cooking with gas again. But with Netflix showing the shows when they are live, so the East and the West Coast get it at a reasonable hour, and with this being the show before they come back stateside, they had to really pour the gas on the flame. And they did that. And I knew they would do that. Not just with Cena, but with Jay and Gunther, with this women's match. Everything kind of played out, you could almost say predictably, to the way I figured it would go.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody has been bitching about the WrestleMania build and how Raw don't feel like WrestleMania. It doesn't feel like WrestleMania season. Can you say that now, motherfuckers?
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly what I figured would happen. I was patient. That's why I say that, because I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, I definitely called for people to be patient too. I was like, calm down. They got weeks to build it.
I mean, we are running out of time. We're at 19 days, less than 3 weeks away. But we've got 3 more SmackDowns and 2 more Raws, I think. Yeah. 3 more SmackDowns and 2 more Raws till we get to Mania. We're going to be fine, y'all. And I'm curious to go to the spaces tomorrow and see what people are saying about it. See how people are buzzing about tonight's episode.
Speaking of spaces, I'm gonna show everyone the schedule of spaces, so you can go ahead and promote it because I know we got one coming.
We do. Give me 1 second here. I'm seeing something. All right. So tomorrow and Thursday over on X, you can find the Tribalism Free Zone, which is the space that I host. Wednesday, Walter hosts the Simple Spaces. Friday and Sunday, it's our buddies at Rock and Ropes hosting spaces. And then Saturday is Wrestling with Tism, hosted by James Hebert and his friends as they wrestle with autism and discuss being a wrestling fan who's autistic and so many other things. It's always a good time in the spaces, hanging out and conversing about professional wrestling and more. Speaking of and more, let's go ahead. We'll hit them with the watch along trailer again. Come back, we'll do a couple plugs, then we'll hit them with the Tiffany Nieves trailer again, and then we can get out of here. So here's everything we're doing watch alongs for that we know about now, starting tomorrow and going through next year. We shall be right back.
And now for a taste of things to come.
All the wrestling.
Your wife says that we know about because y'all get that itch and just add stuff. Gotta love it and subscribe. They really work hard. This stuff ain't easy, y'all. It's like another job for them. Please spread the word. Yes. Subscribe to all the channels, but especially Rage of Wrestling over here. Get him up to 200 subscribers so that his wife can send him to Nolans next year for a month for WrestleMania. Get him out of her hair.
Mm-hmm.
My only concern with her sending you to New Orleans for a month is how many more mamacitas you'll end up with.
Right.
But subscribe to Walter Rage of Wrestling on YouTube, Walter.Cruz.940 on Insta, Walter Alex Cruz on X and Blue Sky, and then SRS 1983 for the gaming on Twitch. You can find Noah on X, Instagram, and YouTube at nfoster1916, Facebook at Noah Foster. He's always posting on X and YouTube primarily. That's where you can go for the Prediction League updates and forums. Follow James at X, Instagram, and YouTube at jhebertside95 and on Facebook at James Hebman Hebert. You can find Jeff on Blue Sky, Insta, and X at _Jeff Meacham. YouTube and Facebook at Jeff Meacham. Of course, you can find me on Instagram at the Renegade JJ Williams, X and Blue Sky at ROWJJ Williams, YouTube Casa D18 Studios. The spaces that I do on X are on the Casa X page, which is Casa D18 Studio, no S at the end, singular, not plural. Mainly because once upon a time I had created a Casa D18 Studios X, but then I forgot the login information for that. So I redid it and I just left the S at the off the end there. That's why that one is different. And then, of course, the big thing we've been promoting this Friday.
Get it? Got it. Bueno.
I need to be the best at everything. Yeah, number one. Hustle from the start. Aim to be the best. No excuses, we go on. Every single day we winning, 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 winning. Every single day we winning, 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 winning. Yeah, number one. Hustle from the start. Aim to be the best. No excuses, we go on. Every single day we winning, 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 winning. Every single day we winning, 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 winning.
Get it? You got it. Bueno.
Yeah, number one. Yeah, number one. Yeah, number one. Hustle from the start. Aim to be the best. No excuses, we go hard. Every single day we winning, 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 winning.
Get it?
Every single day we winning, winning,
Got it.
winning, 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 winning.
Bueno.
That's right. This Friday, April 4th, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern, we will be welcoming La Princesa Tiffany Nieves to a special Friday episode of The Shenanigans. And can you blame me, Lee, for making her my mamacita? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You've seen the video. You've seen the imagery. Can you blame me? So make sure you guys tune in for that. Again, thank you to everybody on X and Instagram that has been sharing the advertisement for that. Trying to make it the biggest episode of The Shenanigans that we've ever had. Once Tiffany departs from us that evening, we'll go into normal shenanigans, discuss the wrestling for the week. Thank you. Appreciate that. She's like, I don't blame anyone. These women are beautiful. But go into normal topics, normal shenanigans, because Saturday's shenanigans will probably start a little bit late because of the MLW watch along we're going to be doing. And it's going to be Heaven Mania. We are going to fantasy book a WrestleMania card using only deceased wrestlers. No more than 8 matches on the show. That way we can try to move through everybody a little bit quickly and not go forever. Damn, Walter.
Nah, I don't need people going gaga over my actual wife. Let's keep it fun.
So that's going to just about wrap things up for today. Thank you again to everybody who joined and tuned in and watched along with us here as we provided coverage for this WWE Raw from London. Things go back to normal for WWE programming beginning this Friday, as they will be in Chicago, Illinois for SmackDown, and then Minnesota next Monday for Raw. Coming back stateside. Again, 3 SmackDowns and 2 Raws until WrestleMania. Things should definitely start kicking into high gear from here. Patience is a virtue, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you guys tune into the spaces tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be on the No DQ review. Tomorrow we'll also be doing the first of 2 retro watch-alongs for the month as we go back 20 years and watch PWG All-Star Weekend 1, Night 1, and do a live watch-along reaction to that. Link for that video is in the description of the live stream. That way you can go to the YouTube page that we're going to be watching the video from and watch along with us. Make sure that you guys join us and tune in for all of that. Thank you all for watching. We will catch you guys next time.
Get it?